Seriously? I responded, my tone steady. I cover the rent, the utilities, and the groceries. The next morning, I packed my things and left without a word. Chapter 1. A Quiet Christmas. The scent of nutmeg and roasted ham filled the room, but it couldn't warm my soul. Christmas in our family was always a tangled mess of forced grins, buried grudges, and topics we avoided like the plague. This year, though, it would be the final time I sat at that table. It began as it always did. My mother at the head, basking in her authority, my younger sister Lila glued to her phone, and my stepfather Greg muttering through bites of food. I prepared the ham, bought the groceries, scrubbed the apartment spotless, paid the rent, covered the internet so Lila could browse her apps, and settle the electric bill so Mom could watch her baking shows and reheat her tea endlessly. Yet I was the odd one out. As I passed the mashed potatoes, my mother took a delicate nibble of ham and, without meeting my eyes, said, "You need to leave." No preamble, no warning, just those words, sharp and cold. I glanced around the table. No one flinched. Lila didn't look up. Greg kept eating. The words lingered, heavy and final. "Really?" I asked, my voice even but strained. "I pay the rent, the utilities, the groceries." My mother gave a thin smile, wiping her mouth with a napkin. "It's not about the money. We need room. This place doesn't feel like home with you always here. You're almost 30, for heaven's sake." I gritted my teeth. Almost 30? I was 26. I'd moved back 2 years ago after Dad's sudden death, when Mom claimed she couldn't manage the house or her grief alone. I stayed. I supported them. I put my dreams on hold to keep things together. And now, she was tossing me out during Christmas dinner. I didn't shout or argue. I just nodded, pushed my chair back, and stood. "Got it." Then I sat back down and ate in silence. Inside, something broke. The next morning before sunrise, I packed my bags, folding my clothes quietly, taking only what I'd earned or brought. I left my keys on the counter next to a brief note. "Asterisk, you wanted room. Here it is, asterisk. No farewells. No drama. Just quiet." I walked out of that house for good, and they didn't realize it yet, but they hadn't just lost a housemate. They'd lost the person who made their lives easy. Chapter 2. The Void Left Behind. The first thing I did was power off my phone. Not muted, not silenced, off. I didn't want their messages or calls, if they even bothered. I knew my mother too well. She didn't miss people. She missed their contributions. I went straight to a small one-bedroom apartment I'd quietly leased 2 weeks earlier. I'd sensed this coming. Her comments had grown sharper, colder, like I was an unwelcome guest rather than the one keeping the household afloat. The apartment was still, tidy mine. For the first time in years, I felt relief. The next day, I logged into the shared utility accounts and began untangling my name from their lives. Electricity? Transferred out. Internet? Cut off, it was in my name. Streaming subscriptions? Logged out of their devices. Rent autopay? Stopped. Grocery delivery apps? My card was removed. Insurance? Canceled. Within 2 days, they'd start feeling the gap I left. Not just emotionally, but in every practical way. This wasn't vengeance. It was balance. If I wasn't wanted, neither was my money. On day 3, Lila texted, "Asterisk, yo, the Wi-Fi's out. Did you forget to pay it?" Asterisk, I stared at the message, then set my phone down without answering. Half an hour later, Mom texted, "Asterisk, I tried to pay the electric bill, and the account closed. Can you sort it out?" Asterisk, no greeting, no apology, no mention of her Christmas demand. Then another. Asterisk also, "Did you stop the rent autopay? Greg's card was declined." Asterisk. I replied once. Asterisk, I moved out like you asked. The bills are your responsibility now. Good luck. Asterisk. That evening, I cooked in my quiet apartment. No snide remark from Mom. No TV blaring. No door slamming. Just music. Calm. Freedom. That's when it hit me. I hadn't lost a home. I'd broken free from a cage dressed up in holiday decor. Chapter 3. A Chilly House, a Harsh Truth. By day 5, their perfect world started to crumble. It was winter, and without the electric bill paid, the heat shut off. My mother, who always cranked the thermostat to a cozy 75 degrees, was now bundled in sweaters, texting me, "Asterisk, the heat's out. You used to handle this. Can you call the company? Asterisk. I didn't reply. That night, another message. Asterisk, it's freezing here. Greg tried fixing a fuse box and got shocked. We need you to come over. Asterisk, still no apology, no recognition of what she'd done. I sent back. I don't live there anymore. The next day, Lila posted on her social media a blurry photo of her phone with the caption, asterisk, when your Wi-Fi vanishes midstream and your parents tell you to ask your brother to fix it. LOL, he's gone. Asterisk. I smirked. The world was glimpsing what I'd always seen. A house of takers, not a family. They didn't miss me, they missed the ease I provided. They'd mistaken my generosity for duty. On day 7, Greg, who never once thanked me for the groceries I bought, called. I let it go to voicemail. Then his text, asterisk, your mom's upset. She thinks you're angry. Can you help with a few things until we're sorted? Asterisk. Sorted? They'd kicked out the person keeping them afloat. I didn't respond. Then there was the renter's insurance I'd been quietly paying for. I let it lapse. 2 days later, Lila, who'd ruined the carpet with spilled nail polish during a video, freaked out because the landlord demanded a $300 cleaning fee. Her text, asterisk, why didn't you keep the insurance? Now we're stuck paying for a rug. Asterisk. I didn't answer. Instead, I updated my work's emergency contacts, swapped their address for a P.O. box, and erased them from my documents. This wasn't spite, it was self-preservation. By the end of week 2, Mom finally broke. A long text arrived. Asterisk, I didn't mean to say it like that at Christmas. I was stressed, and we've all been struggling since your dad passed. Maybe we could have handled it better. Can we talk? Asterisk. I considered it for a moment. Then I remembered that dinner table, her casual, you need to leave, like she was ordering dessert. I thought of the days I worked, cooked, paid, cleaned, while being treated like a stranger in my own home. I replied, asterisk, Mom, I didn't leave because you were stressed. I left because I was exhausted from being useful but unvalued, from paying like a landlord but living like a tenant, from pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. You wanted space. I gave it to you. Now you have to live with it. Asterisk. Chapter 4. The Shadow of Next Christmas. A year passed. I didn't visit. Didn't call. Birthdays, Mother's Day, Lila's graduation, Thanksgiving, they came and went. No cards, no messages, no money. My silence spoke louder than words. Meanwhile, I flourished. My apartment became a sanctuary, simple, warm mine. I earned a promotion at work, bought a used car I didn't need to beg to use, and took a solo trip, something I couldn't have done when my income propped up a house that never embraced me. I found peace, and I wasn't trading it for anything, not even memories. As December approached, a letter arrived at my P.O. box in Mom's unmistakable handwriting. It was a plain Christmas card, wishing you joy and warmth this season. On the back, she'd written, asterisk, maybe stop by, even just for dinner. It's not the same without you, asterisk. I held the card, not out of longing, but to let its emptiness speak louder than her words. No apology. No admission of what she'd done. Just a wish to brush it all aside, as if I were a sulky kid who'd finally come around. But I didn't miss that house. It was never home. On Christmas Eve, I stayed in, cooked a steak, poured some wine, and watched snow drift past my window. At 7:15 p.m., Lila posted a story, a dim photo of a somber dinner table. No ham, no chatter, no glow. Just takeout on mismatched plates. Her caption, asterisk, worst Christmas yet. No Wi-Fi, no heat, no help, no him. Asterisk, that no him stung for a moment. Had they finally noticed? The next morning, Mom sent one last message. Asterisk, you don't have to forgive me. But I get it now. I thought I was pushing out a problem. Instead, I lost the one person keeping us together. If you ever want to come back, the door's open. But I know it's your call now, not mine. Asterisk. I didn't reply. Not out of anger, but because some doors are better left locked. They don't earn your return just because they feel your absence. Sometimes, your absence is the loudest reply. Was this justice well served? Share your thoughts below. Enjoyed the story? Pass it on to someone who needs this vibe. And follow Lauren's Tales for more gripping stories of betrayal and reckoning. Because here, every deception meets its consequence, and every betrayal casts a shadow. Stay bold, stay fierce, stay tuned.